Hey guys, I'm Ollie. I'm the co-founder of Cali Unity Gym and Bath with my girlfriend Kira. Now, a few years back, I quit my engineering degree to pursue a career in fitness because when I was a kid, I was obese, I struggled with multiple addictions and depression, but fitness saved me and I wanted to pass that gift on to other people. Fast forward a few years, I was a fully booked personal trainer. I opened a garage with my girlfriend, then an arch, and then Cali Unity Gym, which it is today, which is fully booked, multiple award winning, and with a #1 rated gym in Bath. Now, the mission of Cali Unity is really simple: make the UK healthy. And we realized that the way that we can impact the UK the most is by coaching coaches. And so what we're doing is we're sharing the lessons and mistakes that we learned from going from nothing to 40 hours a week of personal training all the way to a award-winning gym. And we're sharing it with you so you haven't got to make those same mistakes. Now, one of the main mistakes we made was we hated sales. We thought sales was sleazy. It was like a car salesman in America. But actually, our belief nowadays from coaching our coaches, having a full sales team and understanding this stuff, is that coaching is sales. Sales is coaching, and sales is the first step in coaching. Sales is a transference of belief over a bridge of trust. And if you can't do sales, in my opinion, you're not a good coach. So, in this video, I'm going to go in depth into a lot of the sales principles. It's a small segment from this course called the Cali Academy. You guys can click below to join the free Facebook group, or you can go over to school and join the group on there so you can get access to more of this stuff. But click subscribe if you want more of this stuff, and let's roll the tape. All right, coaches. It's time to get real. Sales is coaching. Fight me. This course, this chapter, this whole module on the classroom is to break your beliefs on sales. I want you to throw away this whole concept of sales guy, the door-to-door, suited up, slicked back hair, American, trying to convince you to sell your firstborn to get a solar roof or something, right? You sold your partner yesterday when you convinced her or him to go to your favorite restaurant. You convinced your partner to even be with you in the first place. You sell every single day of your life. And so you may as well just get good at it and stop fighting it. I used to be that guy. I was an engineer and I just believed in good product. If I just do a good job, then clients will come to me. I did architecture and engineering and I was like, I'm going to be the best, right? It just, no matter how many times I've spoken to coaches, my staff, other coaches, other gym owners, you have to learn sales. And it's not in the common sense of, in the common way of sales. It's, I guess, okay, let's call it the Cali way of sales. Okay, let's just, from now on, you're not going to be doing it the way that you think you're going to be doing it. You're going to be, I define sales simply as a transference of belief over a bridge of trust. It's very simple. You believe in yourself. Yeah? Cool. And the other person that you're selling to is ignorant. And ignorance is not a bad word. They just don't know. Because you know information that they don't. And so you're helping them to understand the things that you understand, which gets them to make a decision. And the thing is if you could put your price on your website and you could get recurring £50 sign-ups for your PT or £100 sign-ups for your PT, then you do not need to learn sales. But if I give you a little hint, marketing is to sales, but one to many, so you have to learn sales anyway. But what it fundamentally is it's understanding people. It's helping people to help themselves. It's helping people to get out of their own way. It's if you actually do a good job, then sales is helping. Manipulation is bad intention. The only difference between persuasion and manipulation is intention, right? And so this is why I believe we attract the best coaches in the world to work for us and who join us in the inner circle and who join us here on the academy, because you guys are the ones that genuinely care. And if you genuinely care, that means you need to get good at sales. You know why? Because the better you are at sales, the more likely it is for that person to sign up with you and not the rep counter down the street that's not actually going to help them, who's better at sales and marketing than you are. Okay? So you can be the best coach in the world. You can have the best session structure. You can care the most, everything. If you don't know sales and above that you don't know marketing, you're not going to have the impact that you want to have. 5-minute rant over? Okay, let's get into this. Sales is coaching before the coaching starts. It literally is the first step in coaching in the way that we do it. If you care about people, you need to help them say yes. This course isn't about persuasion or pressure, it's about clarity. You're going to learn how to guide potential clients towards the right decision, the same way you guide them through a squat or a session. You don't need to be a salesperson, you just need to be a better coach before the coaching begins. So, why do most coaches struggle with sales? They think that sales is pushing people. They talk about their sessions, not results. They ask surface level questions. They fear rejection, so they avoid even asking. Here's the truth. Sales is the first step of coaching. You're already a great coach, especially if you've been through the previous modules. You're going to be leagues ahead of everyone that you know. Now, let's make you great at helping people say yes to themselves so they can actually help themselves first. When you avoid selling, you're avoiding the first part of helping, and if they never say yes, you never get to change their life. So, this is the framework that I personally have used. I did not use this when I was a PT. I wish I knew this when I was a PT. I only learnt this when I got into the gym world, and I was basically looking at my gym members and went, wow, I have no members. How do I do sales? I didn't really do, I naturally did sales before this. It's just now there's a beautiful framework that you can use to run through, make sure that you keep on track. Now, I did not come up with this. This is from a beautiful man called Alex Hormozi. If you've read his books, you know that pretty much a lot of this course is based on a lot of his work. He is absolutely fantastic. He puts the frameworks to our experience of what we've gone through as coaches and what we've been doing in this. So again, like I said with the whole course, if you want to go to the source, $100 million offers, $100 million leads, game-changing books. Go on his YouTube, learn this stuff. But we are basically taking what we've learned in the gym world, applying our experience and using a lot of his frameworks to help us explain it to you. But we're going to be kind of giving a lot of our own experience and adding our own stuff to these so we can kind of show it through our lens. So it's very simple. First off, what do your clients actually want? Like, why are they here? Then, make them feel heard. Then, ask them, what have they tried in the past? Okay? Then, when you sell the vacation, not the plane flight. Then, explain away their concerns. And reinforce their decision. Get commitment and build belief in the first step. If you hate sales, good. that probably means you actually care, but you may need to fix a few beliefs first. Sales is pushy. Not if you do it right. If you're bad at sales, yes. Sales is helping them take action. They'll come to me. No, people need clarity and leadership. If I build it, they'll come. Bullshit. How many PTs have built it, but they're still broke and still have no clients? I'm not a natural. Were you a natural before you got your PT qualification and you started getting into this? I don't think so. Sales is a skill, just like coaching. You're on this course because you want to learn, because you want to get better. We're here to help you with that. So, very simple. You can make sales simpler almost by using the offer equation, but you pre-sell content, which is the likelihood of achievement. Use a consult form so you can get info ahead of time. Practice the pause. You basically just need to shut up and track your numbers. So overall, sales isn't about taking money. It's about giving someone the moment they finally commit to a change for themselves. One of my intro lines whenever I jump on a call with a potential Cali member says, hey, look, me being here today, I'm not here to sell you into Cali Unity. My job here is to figure out where you're going and what you want to transform in your fitness career, what you're running away from, what you're running towards, and how you're going to bridge that gap and how you're going to get there. Now, if that's with us, fantastic, we'll find an option. If that's without us, absolutely fine, but at least you're going to know what you need to do to get there. But my job simply is to help you guide there. That cool? And that starts the whole conversation, right? So you see, hands off, some hormosiisms. It's a dance, not a fight. Yeah? It's like we're not trying to convince them, we're asking them questions. We're curious. Think about, like, I always think about talking from the back foot, like lean back in your chair. Relax your body language. Huh, I did not think that. Talk to me about that. That's so interesting, right? You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. So if there's any module that you do in this whole course, the most important one probably is this one. But the one that's going to help you the most in making money and actually getting clients to sign up with you and also to stay because you understand what they're actually paying for and why they come to you and what made them sign up, this is going to be the highest leverage of your time. All right? So let's go a bit more into detail on why coaches hate sales. Alrighty, it's going to take 3 modules. But we're going to talk about these beliefs. We got to get it in your head that sales equals coaching and why it's time to flip the script on why coaches hate sales. Because most coaches resist sales because they think it means pushing, convincing, or tricking people into buying. I did this yesterday with one of my coaches. Let me ask you, just run this through with me. Where are you at the minute with your career? Are you struggling to get clients? Are you not qualified yet? Maybe you're just looking at this because you're a coach in another world, or you're a therapist, or you're a life coach, or you're in another health field, but you're a coach. That's why you're here. Okay. Do you have what you want at the minute? No? Okay, sure. What is it that you want? Like, lay it out for me. Okay, cool. It's this. Okay, cool. Think about that. Like, lay it out in your head. Okay, cool. Now, what are you running away from? So, what stuff don't you want? Why are you on this course? Why are you on this course? Like, why are you here? Like, what stuff, if it happened, would be horrible? Like, you're running away from that. You'll want to stop. Okay, cool. What things do you reckon your 10 out of 10 you does on a day-to-day basis? So 10 out of 10 you who has those things that you want does this course, right? Goes through it, engages in the community, books the onboarding of me, listens, talks, engages, invests in themselves, talks to other PTs, gives their client an amazing experience. Okay, cool. What does 0 out of 10 do? Doesn't do anything, doesn't take action, stays stuck where you are, doesn't want to continue, quits the course, sees it as bullshit, looks at sales, doesn't like sales. And so now you come to me and you say, okay, cool, I don't like sales. I'm like, you're right. Now what? So you're just going to stay like that forever? You're just going to keep doing what you're doing? No. Okay. Cool. So, what is it about sales that you don't like? Like, is it a childhood experience? Is it something else? Okay. Cool. Well, do you agree with me that sales is a form of coaching just before the coaching begins? Like, it's essentially sales helping someone take the first step to get there, and then coaching is helping someone move from stuck to strong, right? Okay, cool. You agree with that? Great. So then, wouldn't you also argue then that sales is actually more important than coaching, because you can't coach unless you've sold someone? Okay, sure. So then why are we even talking about this? Great. I'm glad we had that chat. That was sales. You see, I didn't force it down your throat. I didn't say anything. I was just very simple. I'm like, where do you want to go? What does that person do? Where do you not want to go? What does that person do? Okay, how do we bridge that gap? You do this. You probably have to do sales. Okay, why do you think you don't like that? What's it about it? Okay, cool. Maybe the exact reason why you don't like it is the reason why we should do it. Right? Maybe the fact that you don't like sales is the exact reason why you should learn a method of sales that is actually good for your clients, not the traditional American salesy kind of way of doing it. Cool. Love it. So, why does sales actually feel hard? Because people say I don't want to pressure people. But pressure only comes when you continue to try and convince people. Your job isn't to talk someone into it. It's the first rule of sales, which is do not push or try and convince or continue if you do not feel like what you are offering is a good fit for that person. That's just, you can smell it. It's called commission breath, right? And a lot of the time it's just for money. And I'm telling you, if you're in this industry for money, you're not going to last long. Right? You might do well for 2 years, 3 years, but you're not going to be here for a while. Because it's so easy to sniff out the intention, right? You only want them to take the first step with you if they are the right kind of person you can help in the first place. Very, very important. So let's have a look at some of these common things they say. I need to think about it, which is very simple. I'm just scared I'll fail again. It's too expensive. I'm not sure it's worth it. There's no such thing as too expensive. I haven't got a Lamborghini, but if I rocked up here in my Lamborghini, I gave you the keys, and I said it's $1,000, would you bank transfer me $1,000 right now? Yes, you would, even if you were broke, because you see the value in a Lamborghini. There's no such thing as too expensive, only not enough value. I need to get fitter first. No, I'm just scared of being injured, right? And that's a classic when-then fallacy. And it's funny, when-then is really simple. Flip it on its back. When I get well, then I'll go to the doctor. When I get rich, then I'll save money. When I get fitter, then I'll start. Bullshit. You do the thing, then you get it. Right? These aren't objections, they are beliefs. They are literal distortions of reality. And coaching beliefs is what you already do every single day. Right? So let's reframe the sales conversation, because to coach effectively, you need to believe in what you're doing. Do you want me to let you in on a secret? Okay, like, hold on to your manly or girly parts. If you don't like sales, it's probably because you're not a good coach. Simple. Because trust me, if you believed in yourself, you'd be good at selling it. Or not necessarily you'd be good at selling, but you'd want to actually do it. Because if you believe that you can help people and you believe that you're doing it for the right intentions, then why wouldn't you want to be better at getting people started with you? Right? You have to shift how you see this. The old belief is sales is pushy. If they hesitate, back off. If they say no, I failed. No. Sales is just helping someone take action. If they hesitate, help them find clarity. A no just means more time. They need more time and they need more trust. Or maybe they're not the right fit for you. That's okay. It's fine. Right? So, how to sell like a coach. You need to build trust. Ask, don't tell. What's been holding you back? It's not your fault. Etc. Listen, don't lecture. Please don't lecture. Don't also never coach them during the session, like especially in that first session. Let them express their doubts. The more they talk, the more they self-convince. Empower, don't pressure. What would make you feel confident taking this step? Right? Is there anything against you getting started right now? What would it take to get you started right now? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like, oh my God, I want to get booked in tomorrow and get started with you, and 1 being like, get me away from this random guy, where are you at? Okay, cool. What would it take to get you to a 10? So, what I want you to do is whip out some paper, and I want you to write down your biggest fear about sales. Maybe it's rejection. Maybe it's the fact that you feel like you're being pushy. Maybe it's you've been sold to in the past and you didn't have a good experience. Now, simply ask yourself, if someone came to you and had these objections about starting with you as a coach, how would you coach them through it? And that's exactly how you're going to handle it yourself. So just a final thought. Sales isn't about taking money. It's about giving people a moment to believe they can change. The better you get at this, the more people you can help. And that's why you became a coach in the first place. So, just to drive it home for the last time, let's go through some common sales myths holding you back. And then we're going to get into the actual minutiae of how this works. So before we actually go into the minutiae, we're going to drive this home one last time. Some common sales myths holding you back. I've already gone through a few of these. We're going to go through it again. It's so important. It's all in the belief for sales. Okay? You have to understand this stuff, right? And it's not just enough just to read it. You have to really ask yourself, what is it about this that I don't like? What is it? Get down. Honestly, ask yourself why 5 times. I don't like sales. Why? It feels pushy and manipulative. Why? Because I feel like I'm pushing people to make a decision, and if they say no, I'm a failure. Okay, cool. Why do I feel like a failure if I'm no? Well, I can't control their actions. I'm just helping them. Okay, cool. But you said if you're a failure, you said no. Well, that's because when I tried it in the past, it didn't work. Okay, so you got burnt in the past. Anyway, just a simple thing as well. Most coaches don't struggle with sales because they're bad at it. It's actually so fucking simple. It really is. It's just knowing how to ask the right questions and genuinely caring. It's so funny. In school, the person that talks the most is always like, oh, he's going to be such a good salesperson. No. It's the person in the corner who's like the philosopher, who's like the physician, like the guy into physics, the guy who asks the questions. He or she is the best. They are the best salesperson, right? Because they're the ones that are curious. They're the ones that have this childlike curiosity. They want to understand what's going on in your head. Why do you think that? That's so interesting. I've never heard that before. Anyway, you can tell I love it. Myth number 1. Sales is pushy and manipulative. Truth, bad sales is pushy, but good sales is just helping. A lot of these are repeated. I'm just going to read it through just to give you guys to drive it home again. You're not dragging someone across the line, you're opening the door. If they need your help and you stay silent, you're not being polite, you're holding them back. Done right, sales feels like coaching because it literally is. It is the first step of it. Think of a good sales conversation like spotting someone under a barbell. You're not lifting it for them, you're just there so they don't drop it, right? They're literally like... They've taken the time out of their day. They've booked in an appointment with you. They clearly have something that they want to address, right? They've gone down in the squat. They've unracked the weight. They've walked back. They've come down in the squat. They've come 3/4 up, and then they go, nah. And they drop the fucking barbell off. And if you knew how to do this stuff, right, and you knew how to ask the right questions, they just finish the rep and they get started, and they'd be able to finish their whole session, and they'd actually be able to do this stuff. So you see, it's the first step in coaching, right? I'm not pushing. I'm helping someone commit to a better future, a better them. If they want it, they'll sign up on their own. Bullshit. People rarely take action on their own, especially when it matters. Because otherwise, there wouldn't even be salespeople in the world. People just do that. They just transfer you the money. They're like, oh, I have this problem, and I'm going to transfer you the money. Right? You just no. So most people hesitate not because they don't care, but because they're scared. Fear, self-doubt, and overwhelm cloud their judgment. Your role isn't to wait, it's to guide them. People don't climb Everest alone because they bought boots and the gear. They need a guide to show them the safest path up. People need me to lend them to a decision, not leave them stuck in doubt. I'm a coach, not a salesperson. God, don't you just feel so fucking grandiose? I'm a coach. You're already selling every time you got someone to believe in themselves, right? When you motivate them to push through a hard set, that's sales. When you help them to show up on days they want to quit, that's sales. The only difference, now you're doing it before they've paid you. Selling is just coaching without the reps. It's the warm-up before the work begins. Sales is just coaching before the coaching actually begins. Myth number 4, if they say no, then I failed. Sales isn't about getting yes, it's about getting clarity. Because some people aren't a good fit. Some people just genuinely aren't ready. And you can't, it's like Inception, right? Like, okay, don't think of a purple elephant right now. Okay, I can plant a thought in your head, but I can't get you to do anything. Just like Inception, they had to literally go in and plant the idea, and the idea had to grow themselves, and they had to feel like it was their idea. I can't say you should do this because you're fat and need to get in shape, right? No. How are you feeling? How are you feeling in this? Oh, interesting. Okay, well, do you want to stay like that? No. Okay, well, maybe do you think it'd be a good idea to do something, etc. Right? So some just need more belief, more time, more trust, and some people just will never do it. They'll never get around to it. They'll always say money's a problem, blah blah blah, and they'll stay stuck for years. And it's sad, but it's not your fault, right? It's like a no in sales is just like someone walking past my gym or walking past you, right? It's not rejection. It's just not the right time yet. So my job isn't to closing means like you get the payment, right? It's to guide them to the right decision, whether that's getting started with me or someplace else. So please shift your mindset. If you need to go through these when you're going through a slump on the beliefs of this, also a really good one is this one. It's a Sales 101. I actually gave a talk to, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 coaches and business owners on sales. And it was really useful, I think, for them. It was also really useful for me. Best way to learn is to teach. And it's just, it helps you with these beliefs. Because I get it. I was the same. I really do. I really, really, really do. I used to hate this stuff. And just from doing it, you realize that, wow, you can really have a difference, guys. Like, you can really do this. So look back through these myths. Which one of these do you think you resonate with the most? And then what's the truth that replaces that? And then what's one action you're going to take this week to sell with more confidence? Because sales isn't about tricking people. It's about serving them to the best of our ability. Drop the myths, embrace the truth, and start selling like the coach you already are. Cool. All right. Let's get to a yes with these 6 steps. I can't wait for this one. Let's get into the actual minutiae of how this works. And guys, if you just use this system and just follow it, oh my God, you're going to be closing 50%, 60% more than what you're doing at the minute. And it's going to have an impact in every single part of your business.